Hey, I'm Sam from Barn2, and today I want to show you how to set different prices and limit payment options by user role in WooCommerce. To give you an example of what I'm talking about, let's say you have wholesale customers and you want them to be able to pay by invoice or bank transfer, but you don't want your normal retail customers to use that method. They can still pay by PayPal or credit cards, for example. That's basically what we're going to be doing in this video using two different plugins. I'll first be using our WooCommerce Wholesale Pro plugin to set up different user roles and set pricing levels for those roles. So if you want wholesale customers to be paying 10% less for certain products or for your entire catalog, then you can use this plugin to first set the pricing for those users. And then we'll use a separate plugin to set up the different payment options at checkout for those different user roles that you've already set up. If you want to jump straight to that section, then you can do so using the video chapters that are on the video or linked in the description below. But first of all, why bother setting all this up? Well, simply put, different customers need different payment options. Wholesale customers are used to being able to pay by invoice, check, bank transfer, or other methods that save them money on fees, like with credit cards or PayPal, for example. So instead of showing all of these different payment methods at your checkout for all different customers, we're going to clean things up a little bit and just show the payment methods that these customers want to use, or only show the payment methods that they're allowed to use, basically. So first off, let's get the plugin installed. Check the first link in the description below to install WooCommerce Wholesale Pro. And just so you know, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to giving it a go. After purchasing the plugin, you'll get an email with the zip file and a product key for activation. You can also download the plugin from your account page on our website in the downloads section. In the WordPress admin, go to Plugins, then click on Add Plugin and Upload Plugin, and then add the plugin zip file that you just downloaded. Click Install and then Activate. Next, you can visit the plugin settings page by going to WooCommerce Settings, clicking on Wholesale, and then in the General tab, you can enter your license key and click Activate. After this, we can head over to the Roles tab, and you'll see that the plugin has automatically created a wholesale role with a global discount of 10%. You can edit this discount by clicking the Edit button here. Here, you can also change things like whether this is the default role, as well as if you want to allow product-specific pricing, as well as sale pricing. Once you're happy, you can click Save Changes. We can use this button here to add a new role. Let's give it a name, Tier 2, and let's give it a discount of 15%. Same as the last one, we'll also allow product-specific pricing, and we'll leave the tax settings as they are. Now we can click Add Role, and we can do this as many times as we like to create as many unique roles as we need to. Then you can head over to your Users tab, and you can assign different users to different roles by selecting them from the side here and using the drop-down to change their role to one of your wholesale roles. Now we need to go ahead and enable the different payment methods that we want to offer. And don't worry about setting them to the different user roles at this step. We're going to do that in the next step. Next, you can head to WooCommerce Settings and then click on the Payments tab to set up your different payment options. Here's where we can add all the different payment options that we would like to include on our store. At the moment, I have Woo Payments set up, which will accept credit cards, as well as Apple Pay, Google Pay, and a lot of other payment options. And then I also have a setting active for PayPal. And then here we can also do offline payment methods, such as the direct bank transfer. We can click on Manage, and we can add all of the descriptive elements here, including our account details, and then save those changes. You can also add something like check payments or cash on delivery by clicking the Enable button over on the right-hand side. Setting up these payment methods may require additional steps, such as linking to other accounts with Stripe or PayPal, but once you set all those up, we can move on to the next steps. Now, to actually set up which user roles see which different payment methods, we just need to add one more free companion plugin. So let's install the plugin by going to Plugins and then Add Plugin. And using the search option, we can type in Payment Gateways by User Roles, and then we can install this plugin here. Once it's ready, click Activate, and then we'll head back to WooCommerce Settings. And then there's a new tab, Payment Gateways by User Roles, which wasn't there before. Of course, we need to enable the plugin. Scroll down until you see the options that are available. For example, direct bank transfer. We can include things like the administrator, as well as wholesale, and tier 2, our second level of wholesale. Then we can exclude user roles, such as subscriber, customer, and so on. Continue with this setup for the rest of the payment options. For example, PayPal, I think it's better to include all the different user roles in case they all want to use PayPal. But for offline payments, you definitely should only include those role types that you absolutely need to have this option. You probably don't have as many user roles as I have on this demo site, so your setup will probably be a little bit simpler than mine. Then click on Save Changes. Let's take a look at our example on the front end from the perspective of two different customers, a retail customer and a wholesale customer. So I've just opened a new incognito window to show you what it looks like from the perspective of a logged out customer. When I click on this t-shirt and add it to my basket, we can now view the basket and head straight to the checkout. You can see here that there are options to log in, but I'm not logged in. I'm just a regular customer. There's no discount from wholesale or anything, and I can pay with Apple Pay, Google Pay, or credit card options, as well as PayPal. But now when I do the same thing as a logged in user, administrator, or wholesale customer, you can see here, everything looks pretty much the same, but there is actually a discount on this t-shirt. And I have an additional payment option, which is the direct bank transfer. But I can also still pay with PayPal, card, Google Pay, and so on. Now, if things aren't showing up just the way you want them to, a couple of troubleshooting options you have is to clear your cache. And if that still doesn't work for you, you can head back to your WooCommerce settings and you can check the payment options and make sure that the payments are actually active and set up properly. You should also make sure that the administrator is included on all the different payment roles so that all of the different payment options will show up at checkout for the administrator. Here you can see I have direct bank transfer option, payments for manual orders, and offline payments all now enabled. If you're setting this kind of thing up for a split between wholesale and retail, I would recommend using as many different payment options as possible for your wholesale customers, but limiting your retail customers to card payments and PayPal options. And that is how you set up payments by user role in WooCommerce. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I personally read the different comments and respond to as many as I can. Click this link here to test out the wholesale plugin on a demo site, or watch this video next about how to create a complete wholesale store. And of course, thanks for watching.